The use of cameras can actually um, both create that accountability and transparency, as well as, back up any decisions that they have made as officers.
Pacific Wild is calling for independent oversight because they are concerned about how bears are being assessed by conservation officers. They say a young bear they were monitoring in Nelson was found to be in poor health by conservation officers and put down without an in-person veterinarian assessment.
So many officers are working independently and in such uh, rural and forestry settings where, either they're alone or don't have a lot of oversight.
A spokesperson for the Conservation Officer Service says when a CO decides to put an animal down to end suffering, it's based on good rationale, adding no conservation officer enjoys killing a bear.
You have to go with the belief that you're doing the right thing. And maybe it sounds corny, but that's the only way we can put it, that we're putting the bear down as not suffering. And officers do struggle with that.
He says conservation officers follow guidelines based on input from wildlife biologists and the provincial wildlife veterinarian, which the ministry says provides training on wildlife handling, care, and safe euthanasia.
We would have no issues with body cam because we are confident in our abilities of how we're making decisions, why we're making decisions. So that oversight to us is not a concern.
He says rehabilitation centers only take cubs, and the bear in Nelson was about 2 years old, emaciated, and going into town looking for food.
It's easy to focus on the bears being destroyed, but not focusing on the problem.
Butler says that conservation officers need the community's help to keep bears safe by storing their attractants, such as garbage, out of reach. Michelle Morton, CBC News, Vancouver.